Smart Culture, Mathematics.
In this video, we'll look at the mean, median, mode, and range. The mean of a group of data is also called the average, and it is the method of adding up all the numbers and then to divide by the sum of the number values. Let's take a look at an example. So the mean of 12, 17, 25, 21, and 15 will be equal to 18. How do we get to this answer? What we do first is we add the number values 12 plus 17 plus 25 plus 21 plus 15, and then we divide it by 5. Why do we divide by 5? Because we are working with 5 number values. 12 is the first value, 17 is the second value, 25 is the third value, 21 is the fourth value, and 15 is the fifth value. Let's move on to the median. The median is the middle number of a set of data after it has been placed in order, so from smallest to largest. Let's take a look at an example. The median of 12, 17, 25, 21, and 15 will be equal to 17 because this is the middle value. So what we have to do first is we have to rearrange the data in a specific order. So in this case, we arranged the data from the smallest value to the largest value, and then you have to determine the middle value, which in this case will be 17. So that is equal to the median. Next up, we have the mode. Now, what is the mode? The mode is the number that is repeated more often than any other number. So if we take a look at the same data set, 12, 17, 25, 21, and 15, you'll see that in this case there is no mode because there are no repeating values. Let's say we had a data set of 12, 17, 25, 21, 15. The mode will then be equal to 12. Let's move on to the range. So the range is part of the measures of spread. The range is the difference between the highest, the maximum, and the lowest, the minimum value. So if we take another look at the same data set of 12, 17, 25, 21, and 15, we know that the maximum value is equal to 25, the minimum value is equal to 12. So now we have to subtract 25 minus 12 is equal to 13. So the range is equal to 13. Measures of central tendency. Now remember, measures that indicate the approximate center of a distribution are called measures of central tendency. The mean, median, and mode provide an indication of the center of a data set or an indication of the average value in a data set. A value in the data set that can be seen to be representative and stand for the majority of the values in the specific data set. Depending on the type of data being dealt with and the nature of the data, sometimes the mean is more appropriate than the others, but sometimes one of the others is more appropriate than the mean. So it really depends on the nature of your data set. Take a look at the following table. This table shows the weight values for the female patients at a specific hospital. And on the next slide, we'll look at a table that shows the weight values for the male patients at that same specific hospital. So here you can see the weight values for the male patients at the same hospital. Now it's time for some example questions. Let's take a look at question 1. Complete the following table for the males and females. So we have to determine the mean weight, the median weight, the modal weight, and the range of weights for both the females and the males. So what we'll do is we'll start with the mean weight. We know that we have 24 number values in total. You can use the table to count. So if we want to determine the mean weight, we have to add up all the number values and then divide by 24. Let's start. 103.7 plus 90 plus 73.5 plus 55 plus 109 plus 60 plus 85 plus 92 plus 156 plus 85 plus 68 plus 88.5 plus 132 plus 80 plus 87 plus 81 plus 96.5 plus 67 plus 83 plus 70 plus 71 plus 73 plus 86 plus 82. So this equals 86.425, and if we round it, we'll get an answer of 86.4. So the mean weight for the females will be 86.4. Next, we have to determine the median weight. So how can we go about determining the median weight? Remember, the median is the middle value. So we have to take these 24 number values and we have to arrange them in order from the smallest value to the largest value. We then have to find the middle value, but in this case there won't be a single middle value because 24 is an even number. So we take the two middle values and we divide by 2. So that will give an answer of 84. Next, we'll determine the modal weights. Now remember, the mode is the value that appears most often in a set of data values. So for the females, it will be 85. Lastly, we want to determine the range of weights. So we find the minimum value, and then we find the maximum value, and then we subtract. 156 minus 55 equals 101. So the range is 101 for the females. Let's move on to the males. So if you want to determine the mean weight for the males, you can follow the exact same method as we did for the females. You add up all the number values and then you divide it by the number of values. So the mean weight for the males will be 72.4. Let's determine the median weight for the males. So what we'll do first is we'll arrange all the values from smallest to largest. As you can see, we have 15 values. So that means we do have a middle value because 15 is an uneven number. So the middle value will be the 8th value. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be our median weight, 72.5. The modal weight will be equal to 60. And the range of weights will be equal to 44. As you can see, there are two values, 72.5 and 72.5, so this can be the modal weight as well. Let's take a look at question 2. Explain which measure of central tendency does not provide an appropriate depiction of the male's weight data. Think about this question for a moment. The modal weight. The median and the mean are 72.5 kgs and 72.4 kgs respectively, which give a more accurate indication of the nature of the data.
For online tutoring or additional resources, visit our website, www.smartculture-education.com.
Subscribe down below. It's easy.